right, so it is November 17th. We are officially starting the Warrior Team Fitness team call. And our topic of discussion is time is money. But before we start, just a refresher and a big shout out to Krista and Janelle and somebody other for running for the cruise. You guys have some, I didn't mute y'all. You guys have some awesome scores going on up there. And you guys are killing it. And you have 1 whole month and a half left to earn more points to either see if you win both tickets or if you don't. Dun, dun, dun. But I have full faith in you guys are going to kill it because you already are. The Fall Classic is still underway, still kicking butt, still making conversations with people, still trying to make those sales. Don't forget, if it still applies, challenge pack sales are the same points. Home direct orders for Shakeology are the same amount of points. But if you rank advance, you get points. And if you sell the energy boosts, you get points. So those are awesome little stats to help your teams that you're on. If you're on a team, if you aren't, I strongly encourage in February trying to hit up and get on a team cup. It just helps you meet with other people on the team and see how other people are doing it. Plus, it pushes you and keeps you accountable if you don't have like a success partner or something like that. But still the same sales are going on. Of course, the 21-day fix and the 21-day fix extreme, both regular and the kickstart. And also you have the size challenge pack and the size kickstart, which is just, when it says kickstart, it's just adding in a 3-day refresh, which right now with the holidays, everyone should be trying to sell a 3-day refresh some kind, because everybody is going to be overeating and stuffing themselves and making themselves feel bloated, and they are going to want that tiny cleanse to get themselves ready for all their shopping that they're going to do in December and all that walking and standing in line that they have to do. Right? I'm hoping I don't have to do that. So there is a brief overview of things. We still have Janelle on the board with 2 points. I'm on the board with 4 points. Krista is on the board with 2 points. And Marissa is on the board with 4 points. So everyone is there's still plenty of time to get on there and do what you need to do. Big shout out, Angie. I saw that thing, your post about your first challenge group going up, and I loved how you wrote it. I read it. It was awesome. Way to put yourself out there. I love all your videos, especially about the one where you're toning up your legs and how your body's transforming. That was an awesome way to put yourself out there and just get yourself speaking to people. I hope anybody who likes and comments on your guys' posts, when you do things like that, that you are reaching out to them, because they may not always say something, but if they do like it, it's a good way to start forming with them. Or if you already know them, it's just a good way to see if they're interested in anything that you are doing, that they just don't have the courage enough yet to ask you about it. There is always what I call silent stalkers, okay? They look at all of your stuff and they won't say a word. They won't comment, they won't like it, but they're watching, because you'll have a conversation when you are going through your friends list and you are talking to people and forming with them. They will be like, I watched all your stuff all the time. I see your posts all the time. They're awesome. And you're like, stalker, didn't even know you were watching. But they totally are. So don't think that people aren't seeing your stuff, because they are, and they are watching. So, next week, just a tidbit of information. Anthony and I are going to be traveling to Virginia. So, we will keep it up in the air. We may do a mobile call. Okay. We can do it on the go while we're driving. Well, probably while like one of us is driving and one of us isn't driving. So that might be what happens. But, we are definitely going to be traveling next Tuesday. So that might, actually 9:30 at night, please. We're not going to be driving at 9:30 at night. We will be where we are supposed to be by then. But we'll leave it up in the air just for you guys because it is the holiday week. We try not to be too crazy during the holidays so everybody can have their family time and enjoy what time they do have with everybody. But we just wanted to talk about tonight, time is money. When you are the product of the product, you are speaking to the people around you, but you cannot be wasteful of the time that you are spending with those people. I'm not saying to not care about them and not listen to what they're saying, but I do want to emphasize that if you are getting excuse my language, but if you are getting a half-assed conversation with these people and they're like one answering you, to me that is a red flag that they're not really interested in what you're saying. They are extremely busy, or they don't have time to talk to you right now. And that would be a good time to ask them up front, be bold, be honest. Hey, look, you're giving me one-word answers. Is this something that you are unfamiliar talking about, uncomfortable talking about it with me, or even is now not a good time to talk? Is there a better time that is for it? Is a better time to talk about this? And I would gladly message you then if that works best. And that way you have a clear-cut direction for your conversation after that, and you can move on to another person that is maybe really wanting to talk to you about something, really wanting to know about what programs you have or how Shakeology has changed your life. So in that aspect, don't waste your time, okay? And I say that lightly, but I say it harshly as well. But one point is, how do you manage your time? One way that I like to do it, which I know a couple of you are, list takers. Okay, you thrive off lists. Lists keep you organized and prioritized. I like to make a list. I like to make a list in a notepad so I can physically cross it off. I don't know what it does, but it makes me feel better when I get to actually cross something off of a handwritten note or like a check mark or whatever works for you in that sense.
I'm giving you spirit fingers, baby. These are like, just keep going.
These are spirit fingers, crazy.
Well, those are God's spirit fingers.
Anyway, a list. You can prioritize the list from the most important to the least important. And I mean, heck, you could number it, you could Roman numeral it, you could whatever the heck meets your needs in that aspect.
I think technically you have to say you can use Roman numerals.
See, I'm flying by the seat of my pants on that Roman numerals thing. So do it however is best for you.
We just make up our own words over here, okay?
I kind of do. I put one on Facebook the other day. And I said, my own word. So,
the biggest thing with list is, here, I'll give you a little bit of name right here.
Oh, there you go.
The biggest thing with list is, I'm not a list guy. I'm not. Like, I am a free spirit. I can roll through all day. I can still feel like I got something accomplished. Joey, you look hot. Like, I can just kind of roll through like the entire day. And
I'm the exact opposite. It makes me frazzled.
So what I noticed about myself is that if I prioritize what I need to get done, I'm a lot more effective. Because let's be honest, when we talk about time management, we're talking about being effective. Because it's easy with what we do now to get onto Facebook and go to Anthony and Jennifer's profile and like scroll through. And then, you go to Romero's profile and you scroll through. And then you go to Krista's, and then over to Angie's. And by the end, you're like, damn, I have not done anything for 45 minutes. But I've seen a lot of great pictures.
The biggest woo, is if all you're looking at is other coaches' stuff, is you're not really effectively managing your time. And you can't, there's one thing about following a top coach and learning about their posts to following your favorite coach or whatever. Those are like two separate things, but both of those things should not be done in the timeline that we are talking about. The timeline that we're talking about is a fruit yielding tasks, something that is going to benefit you, benefit your business, and help you grow personally and throughout your entire business.
Basically, getting onto Facebook and checking out our profile or how many likes we got on our anniversary thing, that's your spare time. That is your downtime.
Mm-hmm.
When you get on to Facebook and you say, okay, I'm going to work, you have to know how to manage your time so effectively that when you sit down in front of the computer and you say, I am going to work, that's it. So you focus on the couple. Well, I don't want to get too far ahead. Huh?
One thing is, as far as like focusing on that, a good thing that I had heard someone say is to keep it to where you're not looking at your news feed. If you're on Facebook, do not look at your news feed. Keep it on something that is not going to take your focus away from that. So like if it's this person, for instance, keeps the Rocket Nation files list open, that all you can see is that. So she's not seeing the constant update of the news feed to where it's going to lure you to look at it and see who posted what and see who has what awesome pictures out there, or famous quote or something like that. That's for later use. But one thing that I think is very important is you can break up tasks. Okay. So like say in the morning, it's really good to make sure you get your morning post, you get your workout post, you get your Shakeology post if you drink it in the morning, and making sure that you are trying to, request 3 friends or make 3 new friends, or I'm going to start 5 new conversations with people. I'm going to look at my Coach Online office. I'm going to look at the, what do you call it? On the right side of your Coach Online office, how corporate sends out all those things on the right hand side of the screen.
The updating news.
Yes, the Coach 411. Say that's your morning task. Then your evening tasks are, you've gone through whatever you needed to do during the day, but your evening tasks are something different. Or maybe you need to redo some of those things because those people have hit you up now and you need to strike up more conversation with them, or you know what I mean? You get the basis of what I'm saying. You can break up your tasks so you're not doing every single one at this hour and every single one at this hour and every single one at this hour, and before you know it, it's like it's just a screen. Like
the biggest thing is think of it this way. Let's say that you opened up your own business, okay? And it wasn't a Beachbody business. It was just whatever. And you started out with 10 people, okay? You got 10 people, and they absolutely love you. They're like, wow, you are awesome. So everybody brings one person. Now you have 20 people, right? Now you have 20 people. But what happens if you never tell anybody, or nobody else after that keeps talking? Or because when we're literally in a business that's called network marketing, the only thing that we have to worry about marketing right now is ourselves. They're going to see the outcome of Shakeology. They're going to see the outcome of the workouts. So all you have to do is market yourself. My bare minimum, if I don't post 3 to 4 times a day, I seriously get upset with myself. I get upset because I honestly, that's when I said, okay, I was way too busy. I did not focus on anything today that was really business related. Like I made a couple posts or 1 or 2 posts. And you're talking to a guy that used to post like 3 times a month. And now if I don't post 3 to 4 times a day, I'm not doing what I need to do.
And if he sees that I haven't done that, woo! Because I tag him in everything. So
it's mainly just because we work together.
Yeah.
So like, if either one of us, really, it's not because I'm not her boss, but if either one of us don't post, 3 to 4 times a day, then we literally post once or twice, and then people aren't watching your news feed. They're not watching what's going on with you. And your life is now a reality show. Your life is something where you're showing people, hey, we actually give a shit about you. We're not the person that's sitting here just trying to sell you something that wraps around your stomach and you drink some tea and shit.
You really got to pay attention. Like if when you're posting the 3 to 4 times a day.
Hold on, I'm pausing for effect.
Oh my bad.
You interrupted.
I did interrupt it. I was wiping my eye.
Hold on, stop. I'm still pausing for effect.
Oh, I'm done with the effect.
Okay.
What it is with the I lost my train of thought for a second.
Sorry.
The 3 to 4 times a day, they're not all like, hey, Beachbody workout, Shakeology, blah, 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 kind of posts. Like, I had a huge mental block the other day, and I know I did not post 3 to 4 times a day. I think I posted twice. But I had this thought that was just like, if I'm not trying my hardest on everything that I'm doing, if I'm not fighting for something in my life that is important to me, then what am I doing? Like, it was just a moment in my thoughts that I put out into Facebook, and I had like 5 people share that post. And I was like, what?
It was just random.
It was a very random thought. I literally had just told Anthony that morning, dude, I'm having some Facebook mental blocks. Like, I don't really know what I want to post. I don't really have anything that's super woo going on at that moment to be like, yeah, let's post this. And I think sometimes we all do have that moment, but really it can just be a simple thought that's crossing your mind. Now, I don't want to say don't put negative things out there like, crap, I'm having a horrible day, blah, blah, blah.
Man,
blah.
my life sucks. The Raiders suck.
The
Niners suck. Everybody sucks.
Because you're going to reap all of that, okay? So
just kidding, Romero. Raiders are playing great football.
I think they lost this week, didn't they?
Whoa, easy.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I actually saw that score and was like, ooh, I thought of you. So
your time, you have to think of it this way, okay? You are a business operator. Your time is money. If you had your own store and your store opened at 10 o'clock every day, but then you just decided one day that, I'm going to open at 12, and another day you're going to open at 4, another day you're going to open at, who knows, I just don't feel like opening today. Your business isn't going to grow. It's not going to grow. Your time is money. But in all reality, we live busy lives. We are constantly going. We're constantly moving. Me and Jennifer do Beachbody full time. And there's days where I'm like, damn, I don't feel like I did anything in the business. Like the whole day just ran away from me. So it's being able to control your busyness, being able to work around it. So when you're in the chaos, Angie, if you're at the restaurant and you got to go pee, great time to make a post. Just don't post a picture. That would be weird. So, but I mean, like, you can find ways around it. Think of your messages and you're communicating with people. Some of us, we don't have the luxury of being able to do a power hour. I didn't when I started this. My messages were like sending text messages. But the other thing you have to understand is every time that you start talking to somebody, that is an ongoing conversation. They don't have to buy a challenge pack right then. I don't think I've ever had anybody buy a challenge pack right then. I have never talked to anyone and somebody be like, oh, I'm going to hang up right now and buy a challenge pack. Like, I mean, even, Romero was a guy that watched the video and was like, yes. I actually think Angie did the same thing actually too. But it was something where they said, okay, well, I have payday, whatever it is, but it had to work around their time and their money. And that's what you have to think about, your time and your money. And it's what you're teaching people too. If you can't teach people how to manage their own time, then 30 minutes of, How I Met Your Mother makes more sense than 30 minutes of Insanity Max 30 or P90X 30 or Turbo Fire. God, I hate Chalene Johnson.
No, you don't. Someone told me that they were a professional procrastinator. Now, I don't want to label myself like that. And I don't want to put something off to later that I know I can do at that moment. And if I am going to be an effective business owner, then I have to prioritize my time and my tasks and my needs and my family's needs and work it all around my day. Someone had posted, I can't remember where they found it, but it was literally a calendar of every hour in the day for 24 hours. Of course, you're going to block it off somewhere for your sleep and your workout and your breakfast, dinner with the family. Like those are tasks that are not going to be business focused right there, right?
Even when you're pooping, you can work though.
Anthony does it all the time. But anyway.
It's true.
You can.
Hey, wait, no. Another story. Real quick.
You can literally.
And I had to poop this one.
Shut up! Don't say that. Oh my gosh, this is recording.
I'm
Stop.
gonna post about it later.
Oh my gosh.
She said I was in the kitchen and all you heard was, "Mom, come look at this." And so Jennifer goes in there, and then Annabelle comes out and she looks at me and she goes, "Daddy, my poop was this big."
Oh my Lord. Yeah, I do too. I'm in it and out. There ain't no time for playing up in there. But geez, the structuring your time, that timeline for the whole day, okay? You can block off certain hours. And even if, I don't know if y'all listened to last week's Rocket Nation team call. Yay!
Bet you it wasn't as long as my daughter's.
But how she structures her day, and she sat down with her husband, or if your kids or whatever, if you're a single parent, and you let them know, like, this is the time that I have to get these done because this is what I have to do later, or this is the time I need focused time on doing it. If you haven't listened to that call, I really suggest that you do. It was by Sarah Darrow, and it was in the Rocket Nation. And
she's very
structured. But I mean, she has 2 little boys, and I'm sure they're very active boys. And she's 8 months pregnant, so she's about to have another one. So
she gave us a class while we were in Florida. And every single one of us was like this.
We didn't say a word. We were like, wow.
Like the amount of structure she has is just amazing. But with the major thing is without structure and without focusing on a mission every single day around your busy schedule, around your chaos, you can't grow the business. Are people going to say no? Yes, they're going to say no. Are people going to say, well, I don't know, is that one of those pyramid schemes? Yes, more than likely. I mean, I've only heard it 100 billion times.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to say all their randomness? Are they going to say I'm lazy? I had a girl one time say straight up, I'm just too lazy to work out. But then looks at Jennifer all the time and goes, Oh, you look so great.
I just stopped saying anything after that. Thanks.
The point of the matter is you're here. You have a different motivation. You have signed up to not only get yourself healthy, to live longer,
I have water over
to live a happier life, to do this for your family, to build a business from your home that you can work from home or travel or do whatever you want. But now you get to motivate and inspire other people. And the only way that you can do that is through time management.
There's a simple saying that says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And there's been multiple conversations with different people throughout this week where they are just kind of going through the motions. And I'm like, what is your ultimate goal? Like, what is your purpose right now? In everything that you're doing, you're not planning anything. And where is it leading you? It's going to go downhill. You're going to be stressed out. You're going to be annoyed. You're going to be mad. You're going to hate talking to people. You're not going to post, and you're going to drop off, and it's going to suck. Or else you plan, you set out a schedule, you say what you're going to do and do what you say you're going to do, and then you're going to have success. Right? So,
you know how many coaches you meet on a regular basis that for some reason, for some reason I failed them. I failed you. Even though every Tuesday night we have this call right here.
every Friday.
Every Friday, it is Focus Family Friday. We are wide open. We don't recruit. We don't do anything. We're here for the team, the entire team, not just our personally sponsored coaches. But what happens is that people think that they're going to do this. They think that you're going to sign up, and because you start to get a six-pack, or you start to feel good, or because you have Shakeology, you're going to get all these people lined up going, oh, yeah, man. And Angie.
I think it fell down.
Angie, come on. Get together, man. It's one of those things where this is work. This is work. When I sit down in front of my computer or I'm pooping and I'm on my phone, this is work. It doesn't, like, the communication. I'm not selling stuff to people. If I was selling stuff to people, then, hey, I could send out 4,000 messages by tomorrow. Hey, do you want to buy some Shakeology? Maybe that hasn't happened in a while.
One thing that I liked to do that I don't like silence. Silence kind of drives me crazy. So I tend to put on music somewhere. If I'm on my phone, obviously I can't put music on my phone. But I do have the TV on, or I Bluetooth it somehow, and I'm working on the computer, something on those lines. But I like to set a timer. Okay. Say I only have like an hour and a half to do something. Well, I'm going to set a timer on my microwave or my stove,
or your phone,
or my phone, whatever.
Jennifer's old school.
And I allocate that time. And what it does for me, honestly, is it pushes me to make sure I stay on task, because I'm not going to falter away from everything and get distracted because the laundry distracts me, the dog distracts me, the vacuuming distracts me. Like, I see all those tasks when I sit down to do something. So I have to make sure that I'm focused somehow, some way. And I have found that the timer best suits me. So even if it's like, say I'm doing my personal development and I put on my phone, I'm going to read for 15 minutes. And then I know that in 15 minutes it's going to go off. but I'm getting done one of those tasks to make sure that I'm a product of the product. So there are a couple different things that I know that are there to help you in your tasks.
Before you even say one of those two,
Mm-hmm.
I want to challenge you guys to do something. Take 10 minutes. No, not pick your nose. Take 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be out of every single day. It could just be tomorrow, or maybe when we get off this call, or maybe after you listen to the recording. If you listen to the recording, God, I hope people are listening to the recording. And just sit there. Don't do anything. Yeah. If you take it, it is so crazy. Try not to think about anything. Try not to. Just take 10 minutes. Just go like this. And and I know people go, oh, it's called a brain dump. No, what it's called is it's another source of time management. In 10 minutes, your brain processes so many things, but read that one. But shut up, you retarded. Your brain processes so many things that, most of the stuff that you think about in a day are focused on your future or your past. Most of them aren't even focused in your present and what you should be doing right at that moment. So take 10 minutes and don't think about anything. As soon as you start to think about something, go, and go vegetable mode again. And then after you go vegetable mode, for the next minute, after that, after 10 minutes, the timer goes off, the next minute, go, where do I want to go in my business? For 1 minute. So 10 minutes, you're not thinking about anything. And then 1 minute, just focus on where you want to take your Beachbody business. What is it going to do for your family? What is it going to do for you? And I promise you, that time management alone, it's just going to show you how long 10 minutes is. Because if 10 minutes was a smoke break at work, just tell you what, it never lasts very long. That thing, I remember those. Like, it would be like, I would try to smoke 4 cigarettes in 10 minutes just to
kill yourself faster, I guess. Okay, so before we end this, he's going vegetable mode. Be intentional.
That's what I do when my wife tries to ask me to do something. Hey, can you go to the store?
No, he doesn't. Be intentional with your time. If thinking of posts that you want to do in your challenge groups or just on your personal page or your fitness page is just too much, there's programs out there that can help you schedule them. You can schedule them all the way out in 3 days, 5 days, a week, 2 weeks. Heck, if you wanted the entire month, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all of them scheduled, by all means, try it. That's a lot of thinking. But Postcron and Hootsuite are very effective. And Hootsuite is online and also has an app on your phone for smartphones. I downloaded it the other day and I've already used it. It is very effective. If you like,
and fun to say.
Yes. If you like the simplicity of Excel and Word to make out your schedule for 24 hours, to make out your tasks for the day, and print it out, blah, blah, blah. Whatever your idea is, there's those. Google Calendar. We use our calendars on our phones for a lot of stuff. And set reminders, things like that, for organizing your time for special people that you're supposed to talk to, follow-ups. If you need to remind yourself to do a power hour, that's a good way to do that. But I mean, there is that. If you want a more structured thing, also you can use Asana. Asana is helpful. It does take some getting used to. There are many tutorials on YouTube if you want to watch them. I have one that there was a lady who did like a 15-minute tutorial on how she uses Asana. Morgan Alexis through Dare to Dream also does it. And she runs her whole business off of Asana, and she swears by it.
The biggest thing is the more organized you are with your follow-ups and
Mhm.
everything else, the better your business is going to go.
And that timeline, if you do set a timer, it makes it go more effectively. But that is all we have for Your Time is Money. And we hope that you all have a wonderful week ahead. And we will keep you updated on our Tuesday call for next week and let you know. I hope you all have a wonderful night. We'll talk to you later.
Get off my stick.
Yeah, nice. Good job, Krista.